Hi, I'm Cyrilla. Under the name Cyrilla Bear, I am a professional actress, have been since I was 16 years old. And since 2001, as Cyrilla Bear Pond, I am also a certified hypnotist. As an actor, I understand the unique challenges that artists face, and I've developed programs especially for some of those issues. But many of our challenges are personal and affect absolutely everybody. And as a hypnotist, I know some ways to make those challenges a bit easier. In many cases, a whole lot easier. So whether you're a creative artist or not, I am here to help smooth your path. Now, thanks in part to our own entertainment industry, we have a lot of misinformation floating around about hypnosis. So let's just take a minute and clear those up first. First, no one can make you do anything you don't want to under hypnosis. No mind control going on. You may have seen hypnosis stage shows where the hypnotist seems to exercise complete control over his volunteers, but that hypnotist primed his audience with suggestions and watched for the people who most wanted to participate and were good hypnotic subjects, and those were the ones he accepted as volunteers. And those people were very willing to respond to his every suggestion for the fun of it. They could have roused themselves from trance at any time if they wanted to. They just didn't want to. Also, no matter how many times you have seen the movie Office Space, I love that movie. Let me assure you, you cannot get stuck in trance. Hypnotists will occasionally get a client who doesn't want to emerge from trance. I can't really blame them. Hypnosis feels really nice, but they aren't stuck. The worst thing that could possibly happen is eventually you're going to fall into a regular sleep and you will awaken naturally from that. Oh, by the way, no one can actually hypnotize you. You hypnotize yourself. A hypnotist is just like a guide to get you there quickly and deeply. Legally, hypnotists are called coaches. You have a voice coach, you have an acting coach. Well, I'm your hypnotic coach. I give you the suggestions that you want for your transformation. I get you into trance, give you suggestions, emerge you from it. But you're the one who does the whole process. You relax yourself into the right frame of mind. You tell yourself, I like these suggestions and they will definitely work for me. And you emerge yourself. It's all you. And your success or failure is also all up to you. I'm sure you're headed for success or you wouldn't even be watching this. Now, a bit about what hypnosis is. First off, it's an extremely natural state. You've probably achieved it many times yourself. If you've ever sat reading a Stephen King novel and been afraid, even though you knew you were in your own easy chair holding a book, or if you've ever been driving and you suddenly felt yourself snap to after a few minutes and you realized that you'd been driving your car perfectly, you'd even changed lanes and not noticed, you have experienced a trance state. And when you go into trance, your physical body may relax very deeply, but your mind actually becomes much sharper. You can remember sights, sounds. I'm sure you're going to remember that truck sound and possibly the helicopters that are coming up. Feelings, smells from your distant past or your more recent past, if you want to. That is the power of your subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is what handles your everyday life and decisions. And it's basically functioning off the programming that has been built into your subconscious mind, much like a computer's operating system, which is based on all the information, both true and untrue, good and bad, that you started absorbing from the day you were born. This is why affirmations, as nice as they are, usually just don't work very well. They're being aimed at your conscious mind. And if they don't agree with the programming that's already in there, they just bounce. They just get thrown out. Your subconscious mind is extremely powerful. It is also extremely lazy. Our brains take a lot of power to run, so the default is to only accept information based on your previous experiences. It has a gatekeeper of sorts. We call it the critical factor of the subconscious mind. If a suggestion shows up at that velvet rope that doesn't agree with what you've been believing for years, the critical factor senses it does not belong and bounces it out. Hypnosis bypasses the critical factor. It kind of gives it a break for an hour. And that lets new information get in, where it can create real change and become accepted on a deep level. However, you've got a big role in what gets accepted. No hypnotist can just stick stuff in your subconscious. You make the decision to accept and believe what you hear. If you doubt or disagree with what you hear, your mind will either throw out that suggestion or emerge you completely from trance. This is a big reason why we have a meeting to discuss what you want prior to your hypnosis session. Enjoy the helicopter. It's New York City. There's no reason to waste time with suggestions for change that you don't actually want, right? But for the suggestions that you decide you do want, you'll use your imagination to picture your perfect outcome and your emotions to feel it. And that will make your hypnotic suggestions very strong indeed. Another reason we meet prior to your private session is to be sure your space is set up well. You'll want to be where you can recline in a comfortable position. I suggest a couch or an armchair that will support your head, although you can just sit in front of your phone or iPad or computer at a table as long as you're comfortable there in the chair. You just let your hands sit on the table in front of you. If you don't have access to something that supports your head, I will give suggestions that your head will stay gently balanced, but it could be more comfortable with neck support. If you have a weak neck, maybe a travel neck pillow. Your computer or pad needs to be positioned so I can see your face and, depending on the session type, usually your hands. For group sessions, there are no individual suggestions, so faces only are fine. In fact, I don't even need to see your face. You can put some avatar up there. We're doing all this on Google Meet. You put an avatar up there. You can put an alias as your name. Doesn't matter a bit. Earbuds of some kind with a built-in mic are best for these sessions. For group sessions, no microphone is necessary. I'm doing all the talking. You'll recline in a comfortable position or sit in a comfortable position. And I do suggest using a light blanket over your legs. Many people feel a little chilly during hypnosis because your body functions actually slow down just a little bit while you're in trance. And don't cross your legs, please, as they might go to sleep. You can feel free to gently adjust your position during the hypnotic induction or the session. You won't break your trance and you need to feel comfortable. Turn off alerts. Mute everything except for my voice and pick a time with no interruptions where no one's going to run in and out of the room, and put the pets into another room. Oh, and take a bathroom break just before. That's it. Hypnosis is now officially demystified, and we can both look forward to your session and the wonderful changes it's going to produce for you.